Yo, what's up with it? It's your boy Noonie. It's Leo in the third house, and we back with another read.
Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house, back with another reading. This is going to be another pick a card reading. I'm going to be asking the question, what is the purpose of this relationship? So maybe that's like, no, it's not quite. It's different. What's the purpose of this relationship? So my intention is to, I was thinking of, when I thought of this question, I was thinking like, let's say you're at a bar, you're at a club, you're at the library, you're at the store, you meet someone, and you want to know, what is the purpose of this relationship? It's almost like what's the truth of this relationship, but it's not something that you guys have built over time. It's more like, what is the reason that this person came into your life? So it's something like that. But I just kind of shortened it by saying, what's the purpose of this relationship? I'm a Capricorn, so I like everything to have a reason for why it's going the way it's going. Now, not everything is going to be logical or have some practical, application to it, but sometimes, for the most part, there is a reason, a synchronicity, or some bigger picture to, relationships. So that was the reason I even thought about this, and that's it. So we got 4 piles here. Can you see them all? Let me move them all over here. All right. Give you a look real quick. I got some pesos. All right, let me show you. Pesos. All right. Then I got this remote control starter. That's pile 2. Pile 3 is going to be this Florida water. Can you see that? All right. And then pile 4 is going to be this shot cup from Florida, Destin, Florida. Okay. So take a look at your pile or piles. As always, thanks to those people who be liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, getting involved. Thanks to all those people who booked those personal readings over the past few days. I very much appreciate y'all and value y'all. Thanks for just trusting me and just rocking with me on this journey while we do what we do and figure it all out. All right. So take a look at these piles. This will be pile 1. This will be pile 2. This will be pile 3. This will be pile 4. All right. And that's it. I'm going to get started over here with pile 1. Boom. Pile 1. So, pile 1. What is the purpose of this relationship? Okay, so you could be an Aries. You could be a Cancer. You could be a Pisces, an Aries, or you could be dealing with these people. You could be a Libra. Could be a Taurus. Road runner. Okay, so maybe you've been having a runner-chaser dynamic. But whatever the case is, this is about you being able to reveal like hidden secrets. And when I say hidden secrets, it's like feelings, reactions, behaviors, having like a sudden understanding of maybe a deeper truth to yourself. All right, so because the first thing out is working through your feelings. So the purpose of this relationship is to help you working through your feelings and to get you there or to achieve some type of goal. So maybe it has to do with around your feelings of insecurity, or it could do with your feelings around love or business. All right, because Venus is here, and I thought about money too. So Venus is here, so it could have to do with your feelings around business and like being driven, being dedicated, maybe even being an entrepreneur or just being independent of some way, possibly holding your resources. This is about like training yourself to go after a goal, to be steadfast to a goal. So you're healing that aspect of yourself. All right. So here, this is like an energy of you being too much into a feminine energy of kind of like, it's the dark side of the feminine energy because the moon is here and this has to represent with not having a lot of creativity, not really being able to express emotions, feelings, using feelings and emotions are like power plays or using them as tools to control others. Sometimes using, because you also got a sleeper here, which is also feeling like you're always under attack. So you're working through that energy of always feeling like you're under attack when you're going after the things you really desire, because we have ambition here. So that's what's being healed. This is what this relationship is about, or what its purpose for you in your life is to teach you to go after the things that you really want, that you deserve them. This is also about giving yourself some type of some type of, maybe sex, but I was thinking like sex appeal, but I was thinking more of like giving you some type of, like need for like taking care of something, taking care of business. But that's not what I was thinking. I was thinking of something else. Something that just crossed my mind. It's like a need maybe for pleasure, but sex came out. So that's not really what I was thinking though, but I guess that's what's going on. I guess that's what's going on. It's about you getting into flow. So you may have been feeling like you weren't really supported, and this is like teaching you that you don't need other people to support you. You just need to be independent and driven and confident. You know, because the first card out was Aries energy. So this is the energy that you would need to be in to start it out. This is the energy that's calling throughout most of the reading. Everything else is supporting factor. All right. So you might have been feeling like you weren't really being supported. That's being healed. Energy of feeling like other people need to maybe do the work or be there for you. They need to carry you. You don't need that. And you're about to become open. It says be open to receive and watch the universe provide. So this is about teaching you that, to become more receptive, to allow things. So maybe not to be so pushy, so gun-ho, or so like, because this is like you feel like you be in an energy of like where it feels like everything's a struggle. Like to get what you want is a struggle. Like you have to put in too much. So what this relationship would entail is teaching you how to go with the flow of going where things are actually working and where you're seeing a lot more progress. Move towards that. You know, it's kind of like that energy of not using your, oh, that's what it was, of not using your feelings and your emotions. Oh, I already said that before. But that's what I was thinking too. Again, it pops up like this feeling of not using your feelings and emotions to guilt people in. So maybe you might have guilted people or make people feel like they're not valuable for not putting in the work to help you move towards something or move towards a goal. There's like that energy of using the feelings and emotions against people who you feel like should have supported you or should have put more time and effort into you, and feel like because they're not, they're attacking you or that they're against you in some way. Because the sleeper represents like erratic thoughts. It represents having psychic overload where you always are feeling like someone is doing something or there's always some type of bad situation, or you know what I mean. It's that energy of using your feelings to like portray that onto other people to make them do what you want to do. This relationship is healing you from that, from having to do that, and allowing you to become more receptive and more open to getting your needs met. All right, so maybe you might have been kind of forceful with the way that you expected things, because this is what this relationship is gonna bring out. It's gonna help you release how you're really feeling and not necessarily always listen to other people's judgments, because we got the High Priestess here and the Four of Shells. And the Four of Shells is about accepting new opportunities, even though you really don't really want them. And so that's kind of what this is. It's like, I'm gonna take the opportunity even though other people are telling me I shouldn't. You know, because the High Priestess is here in reverse. And the High Priestess in reverse is usually about listening to other people's intuitions. Sometimes it can be about emotional unavailability as well. So that may be something here that you may be healing as well, is this emotional unavailability, or this feeling of not knowing how to express your emotions, or more so maybe detaching or disassociating from them. Like, you know, not acknowledging them, and it's like, you know, whatever. You know, I'm just going to stay aloof or stay away from these people or from this person. It's not really a ghosting energy, but it's just a distancing energy. You know, but here it's like you're going to be taking the opportunity to express yourself or to expose yourself, you know, to expose a deeper, more intimate part of yourself. This isn't quite like the moon, but this is like a feminine energy. This is an energy of like maybe talking when you shouldn't, you know, and that's what you'll be doing. Like normally where you probably felt like you shouldn't say anything or you won't say anything, you probably will. Because this relationship is about you actually working through those feelings of regret, resentment, frustration, anger, anxiety. It's more about like aggression. So you're gonna be working through these feelings of aggression, having to do with love or principles or partnerships. It may even be with courtship. Like, you know how you always see, you know, like you expect things to be a certain way. You may be healing that, and you're getting very close to achieving the goal, meaning that whatever work you've done, there's no need to change or do anything different yet. You're very close to the goal. So at this time, it's imperative to pay attention to the details and not switch the program. Don't go up any faster. Don't move any slower. It's like just go with what's happening. Go with like the natural flow of life or the natural current of life at this moment, because you're being supported. You may not felt like you were, and that's what this relationship is going to entail. It's going to make you recognize that you are supported, you know, but maybe you had to support yourself, because it's about you being independent and not counting on other people's work or their effort, you know, or not counting on other people and the way that they, I guess, the way that they act. Because it's more like, it says it's more brave to walk away than stay with someone who gives you the runaround. So this is about you taking care of your own needs, being independent. This is what this is all about. You taking care of your own needs and being independent, finding peace and tranquility, finding healing. But this is on your own because we got the star here. And that's the energy it's telling you. It's like to get on your own, tend to your own garden, take care of yourself. That's really important here. And it's saying to move forward with divine grace and you'll find yourself in flow. It says, take a breath, dear one, and allow yourself to feel the flow of life through you. Release your need to do and just be. So you might be trying to like fit yourself into a box. It says, are you avoiding a truth on purpose and compromising your integrity? Are you standing alone because others feel threatened by you? So it's like a standoffishness. And that's what the four cups is. It's like taking something that I really don't want to take, but I want a new experience. I want to somehow be fulfilled. You know, I want something here, but sometimes that leads into the five of cups, which is still like a regret. So you're settling here. And that's the advice is kind of like, it's going to expose that to you. That might be the secret that's exposed to you is like, whoa, I'm settling here. So this relationship probably brings up deeper feelings of not getting what you really want and causing frustration and, you know, and victimhood. And it's causing you to recognize or to become aware of how you accept things that you really don't want and that aren't fulfilling you. And that's going to cause you to heal and become independent and take care of yourself, because we got solar plexus here, the solar plexus chakra, and we have the root chakra. And those two things are about getting your own needs met. The solar plexus is about independence, but it's also about integrity, putting yourself out there in a confident way. This is also making authentic choices that have to do with you and your independent thinking or your independent behaviors. So this is what this is about. This relationship is going to teach you to be independent and not to feel like a victim or feel like other people need to carry you through. All right. It's going to also teach you to take up, to be more open to like newer opportunities and to recognize when you're giving too much or when you're pushing too far, like when you're pushing someone or in relationships, when you're pushing too much for what you desire. You're going to recognize that this relationship is going to bring that to the head, and it's going to cause you to heal, but it's going to replenish you. So it's going to get you out of that energy, always feeling like a victim or feeling like other people are against you. All right. It says, what did your experiences teach you that you can pass on to other people? So it's going to, a star is a person who inspires other people. So that's what you're going to become. That's the energy that you're going to begin once this becomes a recognition to you, or once you become aware of this, of how you're accepting things that you truly don't want or that are not fulfilling or are no longer entertaining to you. Because a 4 of cups comes after a 3 of cups. And 3 of cups is just about celebrations and coming together, companionship, close friends, enjoyment, and stuff like that. When it goes into the 4 of cups, that's when you get into that energy of, okay, I've had my fun. I've had my fair share of this. Is this all that it is? Is this all that we're going to have? Is this all the type of friends that we're going to do? Is all we do is go out, drink, party, and smoke? So the relationship that you're in now is going to be like, it's making you realize, like, is this all we're going to do? I'm going to do something that's individual to who I am, or I'm going to do something that's more conducive to what I want to do. That's what this relationship is causing you to do, causing you to be more independent and more assertive. All right. And it's going to become aware of you when you're just taking things just to take things, you know what I mean? Just to have something, you know, it's almost like hoarder mentality, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. But it is an energy of like just taking things when you don't have to. That's going to be healed. Instead, it'd be like taking what you really want, or being very open to the universe to give you what you truly desire. Because you have the ability to be able to ground yourself and take care of yourself. You just have to have the personal power or the strength or integrity to do so. And that's what it's saying. It's saying, are you avoiding a truth on purpose, compromising your integrity? This relationship is going to cause you to step into your integrity and go with the flow of life. So maybe things aren't working the way that you expect them to. They're not happening how you think they are or how you felt they should have. It's okay. You're just going to go with the flow of life and let it lead you to where you're meant to be. You know, so you may have been feeling like you've been having to do it on your own, and that's cool. That's what you were meant to do. This was teaching you a level of resilience. You know, this was teaching you a level of self-worth and teaching you to inspire yourself. You're working from a place of inspiration. This is what this relationship is going to teach you. It's going to give you a level of ambition, as well as possibly a new, I don't know if it's a new tool, but I was going to say this tool of being able to use your feelings at will, like use your emotions as a tool. So initially you'll probably use them more negatively as a way to guilt people, but in this case you're going to be using it more as a tool, as a way of like kind of like asserting yourself over others. So be aware of that. But this is what this relationship is teaching you. This is what the purpose of that relationship is, to allow you basically to step into your power of individuality. All right, and taking charge and recognizing when you're taking less than what you really desire, what you really want, out of boredom, you know what I mean, or out of fear of being left alone, or out of fear of being left out. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that. It's like, worrying about what someone else may say to you, or what other people may say around you. So it's like just not really taking what you really want. And that's what this is all about. You're gonna be getting more peace, and a lot of healing is gonna come from this relationship. It's gonna teach you to heal those aspects of yourself. All right. So, it says, will you be getting unexpected money, or are you ready for prosperity? That's along with the star and the ability to be able to teach other people. So this relationship is going to inspire you or teach you to be able to heal other people and to share your story with other people. And it'll be a relationship that will help you get money and prosperity, possibly from sharing your experiences with other people. So that's what this relationship is about. Now, if it could be like towards business, it's still about teaching you to move forward. Even if you're not feeling supported, this is teaching you to be independent, and it's teaching you a level of self-worth and your own values. All right. And it's teaching you to let your inner child play, like connect with your groundedness, connect with your environment, connect with with your environment, but connect with, I was going to say like your social class, or like connect with the people that are around you. They are considered not a liability. They're considered a asset. These people are considered an asset, or considered a resource. All right. So let's give you the advice. The advice says, prayer. Dear guardian angel, help me dissolve past guilt or regret. Help me to see that all is always in perfect and divine order. Help me to let go of the fear that I project on my future. Help me to live fully within each precious moment and feel your eternal love within and around me. Help me to realize and fulfill my true potential. Thank you. And then you have forgiveness. Holding on to a past hurt is preventing you from moving forward and achieving your heart's desires. Let it go. Forgiveness does not mean that you condone another's actions. It simply means that you are no longer willing to be a perpetual victim to a particular person or event. Blame is a waste of your precious energy. Bless and surrender the past, for in doing so, you will reclaim the joy of life. So let's give you the signs again. We have Pisces, Aries, Aquarius, Cancer, Aries, Libra, Taurus. Okay? So, Part 1, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and this Leo in the third house. Boom. Part 2. So, Part 2. What is the purpose of this relationship? To trust the universe when there are endings. Trust that your time is coming, pretty much. That everything is connected. Okay, so you could be a Aquarius, you could be a Capricorn, you could be a Leo. Could be a Virgo, could be a Sagittarius, could be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, could be an Aries. Could be dealing with these signs, or you could be these signs, okay? Okay, so they're telling you to take a risk. They're telling you to take a chance. All right. They're telling you to be selfish in this case. Be impatient, take a chance, be risky, but be strategic. I want to say be at home with yourself. All right, because we got root chakra. So yeah, be at home with yourself, but take a risk, a new opportunity, a new beginning. They want you to take a risk. Okay, part 2. So this has to do with everything being connected and you being forced to take some time out. So this relationship is causing you to take time out. This is what the purpose of this relationship is. For you to take time out, all right, to become one with yourself. This is about deeper introspection. It's also about jealousy and taking a risk, or being impulsive. I was about to say impetuous, so something like that, but it was about like being impulsive. This relationship is a relationship that's meant to calm you down, to make you pause and think. All right. This is a relationship that's making you have to trust the universe, trust the signs or the ship that you came in on. That's what I wanted to say. The ship that you came in on. So I guess it's about being straightforward with your intentions. So let's set, excuse me. So let's say, yeah, that's where we're getting to. That's what it is. All right. So let's just say that you have a goal. Let's say, all right, we'll do it two ways. Let's say it's a relationship. We have a goal for a relationship. I want this relationship, but the relationship isn't really looking the way I expect it to when I do my moves. Well, maybe my moves aren't conducive to the relationship anymore or in that way, in that fashion. Maybe it's time to do something different. That's what the recharge represents, and that's what the hermit represents. The hermit represents having to do a deeper introspection and looking at your values, because it's the 8 of Cups that goes away to become the 9 of Cups. But in between that time, he becomes a hermit. And that hermit time is when he went away to spend time with himself. So this card, this relationship is about you being revealed to yourself. I once heard someone say that relationships are either a mirror or a window. So this could be like a mirroring. It's like one of those two. It could be like a mirror showing you who you are, or it could be a window of opening you up to yourself. So it's something like that. This is what this relationship is entailing. All right. It's in telling you to trust in the universe, that they're giving you signs and that they're showing you. And this is Aquarius energy. When I think of Aquarius, I think of a prophetic. So this is like a future based. They're giving you future based. This relationship probably is future based. This could even be a relationship that ends and that you may have to you may have a struggling time or period with it, because it says conclusions are within the reach, and then you have an end of a tough cycle approaches, but then you have connection, and that represents all things are working in your favor. All things are working together. And it's saying that the energy that you would have to be in is finding some sense of groundedness, trying to you would basically just be free flowing. Like they want you to be adventurous, because you got the Temperance in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse. And these are usually people who are pushy, impatient. And that's what they're telling you is like, be that way. You can be this way, pushy, impatient, and like risky, but they also want you to know that this is part of your self-development or self-growth. Like this is how you're going to learn more about you. You know what I mean? Because this is going to ground you. So this energy of feeling like you don't know what you're going to do or where you're going to go, and just being like, I was going to say panicky, maybe panicky, but I don't know. Because even with the full energy, it's still like, I'm taking a risk. I trust in it. I believe in it. And the King of Wands, he trusts in it and he believes in it. Even if he's in reverse, he's still driven after what he wants. So it's kind of like selfish, but only thinking of yourself. And then with the Temperance in reverse is also being impatient, but it's also sometimes not trusting your heart or your feelings. And so it's saying like this relationship is going to make you, the purpose of it is for you to like sort through not trusting your heart or your feelings and not really going after the things you really desire. It wants you to take a risk. This relationship is teaching you to take a risk and go after the things you really desire and really get in touch with how you feel about things, like matching your heart and your mind in alignment, like getting these two things in alignment. What is it that you really want? What is it that you really desire? So if this was like a business, you know, do I want to run a sock business or do I want to run a sneaker business? You know, sure, I could do both, but one may be taking from the other. So what is it that I really want? And how do I want to go about doing that? Because at the point in time when it's happening, you may feel like you can't use your best talents, your best gifts. You may not feel like things are lined up the way that you expect them to. And it could be a feeling of wanting to either fight or like persist or push or force, or like just kind of like jump into the situation however you want. And it's saying that this relationship is causing you to look at how all of your previous choices or how all your previous actions have aligned into one outcome, like how you've gotten to this point. But it will end a tough period in time in your life. This will cause a lot of endings or a lot of situations where you might have been on the fence about. This would be one of those situations. This relationship will inspire you to be able to like pick sides or to actually choose in what direction you want to take your life or in what direction you would want to take this relationship. You know, it would make you have to go with the flow, but really get in alignment with how you feel about things. And to me, that really sounds annoying. That really sounds annoying, but I guess this is something that ignites you, because they're saying that this relationship will have you feeling like, where do I go from here? What do I do? Like, so it really just feels like you would just be, I say but you would be like all over, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's how I feel like I would be all over, like, oh snap, what's going to happen next? Oh, I don't know if I want that. Like, you know what I mean? It's but it would cause a lot of growth, a lot of soul growth, and it would teach you to look at the world in a new perspective or from like a larger perspective. Like you would see how the whole world is connected in this game. And I called it a game, so it must be like a game. It says someone is sorry they didn't hit you up sooner and is worried they missed their opportunity. So there would be a feeling of missing an opportunity, or a feeling of someone feeling like they're too late. So this relationship would cause people to go with the flow, and be rooted in what they want. So there'll be a feeling of like missing. Okay, what is that? Is someone with a huge ego giving you problems or creating conflict with others? And it says, have you learned your lessons not to repeat the same cycle? So this is what this relationship would be like, a purpose of like repeating a cycle and seeing how your previous behaviors are leading you in the same pattern. That's what this relationship's purpose would be about. It'd be also helping you out with your self-worth, because it would have you in the energy of feeling like you're ashamed, and feeling like, where do I go from here? But not trusting okay, I see it now. Okay, because it would teach you to express yourself, to become more prideful in who you are, self-respect, worthiness, self-worth. This is what this relationship would teach you. It would teach you to really become in one with your feelings and emotions. Who are you? Who are you is what would come from this. What do you need? What do you want? And taking those risks to make your needs and wants, manifest. You know what I mean? This is what this is about. To going, like being resilient, to being pushing forward through endings, through things that were difficult, and like steady pushing, steady moving, and then taking the time out to breathe and recharge. And this relationship, the purpose of this relationship would be to heal ancestral patterns, behaviors that you learned from childhood. That's the purpose of this relationship, to get you out of that into a more, even if you're female, which you more likely are, a masculine area where you're expressing yourself to your full potential, where you're putting yourself out there in a way where you're confident about who you are and you trust how you feel about situations, and you're not concerned with what other people's perceptions of what other people are doing. This is about you being independent as well. This is different from Pile 2. This one is about you having your own sense of personal strength, but also recognizing how all of your patterns, your behaviors have led you in this same pattern, and learning where you got the pattern from. Because the temperance is about deep diving. It's a deep introspection. It takes you back in your psyche to, where did my fears, where did my beginnings, who am I? What do I really want out of this life? How do I really want to see my life unfold in front of me? That's what this relationship would bring to you. This feeling of wondering, well, what do I really want in life? So that's what this would do for you. And it would show you how, it would just connect everything. It would connect all the stories. So you would be in a space and a time where you're trying to put it all together, trying to see how it all fits in on that. And that's great, because each time that you go into this energy of being frustrated and angry and like you're not getting what you want, it causes you to go deeper and deeper into your psyche and into your emotional self and figure out who you are, how you tick. This is like, I guess, like a manual for like self-improvement, of finding who you are, what's the best version of yourself. This relationship would inspire the best version of yourself, if I'm being generalized. All right. It says, have you learned your lessons not to repeat the same cycle? And that's what it would do. It would show you like how you're repeating patterns and where these patterns came from. It would cause you to dig deep, real deep into your psyche. All right. And it says, inspiration has arrived and will move and inspiration has arrived and will work through you as you move forward. Yeah, this relationship would teach you to be resilient and to move forward, even if there are endings or situations don't play out how you expect them to. They teach you to trust in the universe, trust in the abundant nature of the universe, and move forward. But it will also cause you to, look back on yourself and do a lot of deep introspection and get at peace with, or get into alignment with your feelings and your thoughts. Make them become one. That's what this relationship and the purpose of this relationship would be. All right. So here's your advice. Peace. Calm your thoughts and move your awareness to a peaceful space inside your heart. Feel the ebb and flow of love, the eternal movement of the stars. Your life is forever unfolding to greater spheres of love. Relax and do not worry about anything. for all is well. You will soon enter a time of well-earned peace and tranquility. So let me give you the signs one more time. We have Aquarius, Leo, Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and then we have Aries again. All right. So, pile 2, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and that's Leo in the third house. Boom, pile 3. So, pile 3. What is the purpose of this relationship? Okay, so you could be dealing with a Scorpio, could be dealing with a Libra, could be dealing with an Aquarius, could be dealing with a Cancer. These could be your signs. Could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Got Libra again. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. We just don't have any earth signs. All right, so we got all the fixed signs. So we got 2 Leos, 2 Tauruses, 2 Aquariuses, 2 Scorpios, 1 Cancer, 2 Libras. Okay, that's what we got. So keep that in mind. I might do that again at the end, but that was a lot of signs. Every sign but Capricorn and Virgo are here. All right, and I don't see Pisces. So most of the signs are here, but not all of them, okay? So I'll go over them again in the end. But anyway, the purpose of this relationship would be to teach you to work through emotional fears, all right? Your fears around commitment. This could have to do with, yeah. And maybe ending, okay, changing passion. Okay, this would have to do with your fears. This relationship would have to work with your fears of intimacy, fears of commitment, all right, of working together with other people, or being a caretaker, or having to get deep emotionally with other people. Yeah, and feeling like your voice isn't heard, or feeling like you don't know how to communicate what you're thinking or feeling. This relationship, that's what the purpose of this would be, for you to gain clarity on how you're thinking and feeling, and how to be able to put it into words, but also how to deal with change. Okay, because this relationship's purpose is to teach you how to deal with change and how to take control of your passion. So with Scorpio energy here being the first card out, it has to do with intensity, because that's that Pluto energy. So it has to do with intensity, transformation, sexuality, other people using their power against you and being aware of that. And usually the power that they have is your feelings that you've expressed and that you didn't really, elaborate on or go deeper with. You still held on to them. So it's like a resentment. This relationship will help you work through those feelings of resentment, aggression, anger, jealousy, repressed feelings. It would teach you or allow you to be closer towards people, to really commit towards the things you really desire or really want. All right. And this may be having to do with like new partners, or it may be something that you would be working through, because it's like a fear. So it could be 2 things. 1, it could teach you to go after new partners, or 2, it could teach you to go more into being committed to a single partner. So it could be both ways, or being more committed towards yourself. But either which way, you're learning how to deal with change. Okay. How to deal with change and find your true passion or your true desire. Now, this could be through friends, social. It's also about teaching you to be more social and get out in the world. All right, become more curious, become more, and there's like, okay. So it's saying that there's no right or wrong way. That's what this is about. There's no right or wrong way about how to do this. You're learning. We got Page of Swords here, and we have Justice in reverse. And that's what I was saying when I said there's no right or wrong way. That's what I got from it. There's no right or wrong way. It's about giving back. So you're about working together with people. So you have a fear possibly around committing to people, or getting closer to people, or allowing people to be like within your close, intimate spaces with you. It's that type of fear. You're very protective. You're very nurturing. So this sign is the very emotionally in-depth pile that doesn't like to admit that they're very emotionally in-depth. Some of you may, because we have Cancer here, and Cancers are very bold about letting people know that they're always in their feels. Okay, great. And even if you're not a Cancer, you're still a person who's probably okay with being in their feels, but you just may not acknowledge that. You may not like to openly acknowledge that. You don't want to let people know how much of a lover girl, lover boy you really are. It's kind of that type of energy. And it could come from people taking advantage of you, because Scorpio energy is always a fear of being taken advantage of. A fear of, like, Scorpio energy is like, I sting you before you get me, because I don't know if you're going to try to hurt me. I always feel like I'm being vulnerable and that other people aren't matching my vulnerability. So it's that type of energy. But this is about teaching you how to give back, how to work with people. So this person will be teaching you about intimacy and allowing people into your life. All right. They'd be teaching you how to see change from a higher perspective. All right. This relationship's purpose is for that, to teach you how to see new relationships from a higher perspective. So whatever you may have happened in the past, they're teaching you that you can recommit towards the happy endings that you're looking for by looking at this, by taking time out to pause and look at this from a higher perspective. They would want you to look at what I was going to say, what your beliefs are. So maybe your beliefs would be changing, because you have wind here, which has to represent with changing. They would teach you to change the desires or the passions that you have. So maybe the way that you're emotionally fulfilled may change. This is what this relationship would entail. This is what the purpose of it would be. And it would be to reciprocate something. So this would be for it says to care for those who once cared for us is one of life's highest pleasures. Okay, so it'd be like that fair, equal reciprocation, to take care of someone and let them take care of you. That's the equal emotional reciprocation that this relationship would be teaching you, how to love someone and allow them to love you. Wow, that's pretty profound. And then allowing yourself to, like, emotionally express how you feel, but in a fair and just way, a more balanced way. So you may be someone who's kind of overreactive, because that's what they're saying. They're saying that you need to strengthen your beliefs, but you also need to be able to be a person who's maybe a little bit it's definitely need confidence, but you need to be more decisive about how you would like to move forward with this. But they also want you to kind of just be like, pause, like take a pause and be free spirited for a moment. You know, that's what they're saying. Like, take a pause, but be free spirited for a moment. Like, this is going to allow you some type of I was going to say some type of marriage or some type of relationship. This relationship could turn into like a marriage. All right. This relationship could turn into like a marriage, and it would probably come in an unusual way, because we have the Wheel of Fortune here, but there's like a level of abundance here. And they're saying that to be curious, to be childish, to go out and to explore. It may not be exactly how you envision it. Like, it may not be balanced, or it may not fit what you consider to be the right way. Even though we have the Hierophant here, it's saying that the way you're going about it may not necessarily be the right way, or what we've deemed as being the right way. But there's a level of abundance here, and that things are still going in your favor, because the Wheel of Fortune is here. Things are still going in your favor. You know, you just may not be open to them going this way. And that's what this relationship would be teaching you, to like kind of like get out of your comfort zone. Maybe you have like this, it's like a security blanket. It's like, you know, you don't want people to get too close to you, because I guess there's a fear of being taken advantage, or like they don't hear you, or like they're not listening to you when you express your feelings, you know, or they're not willing to work with you. And this could be like even in your friend circle. It's like people aren't really listening to me. They're not working with me. They're not negotiating with me. They're not really giving back, or they're not inspiring me or giving me hopes and dreams that can, you know, fulfill me. It's like you're not allowing people to get closer. And they're saying like this can work. There's still a way to work this. All right. But you need to be more free spirited. You need to be more outgoing, a little bit more bold and brazen. So you need to kind of like take life by the wheels. Like, don't be so scary. That's what it feels like. It feels like you're being scary. All right. It says Spirit is telling you whatever challenges you've gone through, lick your wounds, keep your head high, and continue on with more strength from this. So this is teaching you, this is going to give you a level of commitment, though it may not play how you like. So maybe you had a dream. I don't know. I'm just giving you an example. Let's say maybe you expected, like, you know, you go to school, you go to college, you get a job, you get married, you have kids, you get a house, you know, just give you an example. You may not think of it exactly like that, but just giving you an example of what it's like to already have an expectation of how you think your life should be, how relationships should play out, and then they don't, or they haven't gotten there, or the way that you expect people to approach you or to come at you is not how you envisioned it in your head. So it's like, oh, this isn't for me, you know, or you hang on to situations that are falling apart for you because of fear of change. And so it's something like that here. It's like, Don't like you're afraid of letting new people in or allowing people to get close to you emotionally because of the bumps and bruises you've had in the past. And it's saying that it's made you more tenacious but more protective of yourself, when really you're a nurturing type of person. You're a very giving, emotionally depth type of person, very fair, balanced, very, you pretty much know what to say or what to do to make things right for people. You're a person who doesn't mind working with other people, and this relationship is going to bring that out. So even if you don't necessarily like working with people, this relationship, the purpose of that is to bring this ability of you out. So you have it hidden, and they're meant to bring this out of you. All right. You might be in a dormant state where you just maybe just sleep or rest or lay around all day. This relationship will shake that up. That's what this is about, to shake you out of the monotony and allow you to allow people to get closer to you. It won't go the traditional way that you would like it to, but it will end traditionally the way you would like it to if you wanted to. This could be in a committed partnership. This could be in a committed business. That's what they're teaching you, to commit to things that you really want and to be fair, to be charming, to give, to receive. They're teaching you this balance of how to give and receive. So that way you can really get the commitment that you want, because you seem like a lover girl, lover boy, someone who really likes to please other people, someone who really likes to give to other people. But it's always a feeling like maybe you've given more, because we got the justice right under the community, and the community is shaking hands, but it's justice in reverse. So you probably had a relationship a pattern of relationships where you were over giving, or they were just an imbalance where you felt like you were doing more, giving more, being more honest, being more truthful, being more direct, whatever, giving more resources, being more inspirational, doing more communication, whatever the case was, is an imbalance there. And that's caused you to close off emotionally and not want to share with other people. But this relationship that's entailing is teaching you to get outside of that comfort zone, and that this is the way that you're going to build. So it's an unorthodox way of building a long-term relationship. That's what this relationship is about. It's about an unorthodox way of building a long-term relationship. All right. It may not seem fair and balanced initially, but this is teaching you what is fair and balanced initially. And it's also teaching you to be like a Hellcat, about the things that you really want, like putting up a feistiness, putting up a fight sometimes. So maybe you don't, maybe you could come off as kind of passive because we got the Libra here. So it's like putting up a fight sometimes for the things you want. You know what I mean? You could be pushy. You could be temperamental sometimes. You know what I mean? You could be aggressive, because maybe it's like I said, it's the energy of you wanting to be gentle, soft, and protect yourself. You know what I mean? But then at the same time, you can be aggressive. It's there, but it's like you're not sure. If like, it's almost like a self-doubt. It's like, did I get mad for the right reason? Did I blow up for the right reason? Maybe I'm tripping. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that feeling, like, self-doubt after you've already acted, or after you've already maybe expressed yourself. It's like that needing of forgiveness, or wanting forgiveness, or wanting to forgive other people or something. This relationship is going to call attention to all these things, but it's going to help you gain an inner strength. And there's a level of luck here. The Wheel of Fortune is here. There's some type of level of luck here. All right. And like I said, the biggest thing is that it doesn't go the way you're expecting it to go. That's the biggest thing about this relationship. It goes in a way that you do not want it to go. It's not in a way that you were taught, maybe not the way that you were taught, or the way that we believe it to be. Because the justice sometimes for me is like, not learning lessons from the past, or not learning your karmic lessons, not learning, sometimes it's like kind of like avoiding a truth, or avoiding justice, avoiding retaliation, avoiding, or not being reciprocal, so it could be that too as well. But it's saying that the way you guys are doing it is going to give you a sense of home. So you're going to find some type of sense of home or familiar ties. And it's saying, stand strong and communicate your message. The world is ready to receive what you offer. So it's going to teach you to communicate and speak out what you want. What it's really going to teach you to do is communicate your feelings in a fair and just way. All right. So this is going to help you get what you want somehow. And I haven't gotten to that yet. But it says, are you fearing change? And yeah, that's what this relationship is about. It says, are you fearing change and unable to commit to anything? That's what this relationship is about. This relationship is teaching you to commit to the things that you truly desire and you want. And by putting more time and effort into these things, even though they don't turn out the way that you expect them to, they're not happening the way that you expect them to. And that may cause a little bit of a feeling of not being able to attract the things you desire. And it feels like, oh, maybe I'm not, either it may make you feel like you're not attractive. It may make you feel like you're not desired. It may mess with your confidence. This relationship will do all these things. It's going to shake up a whole lot of shit in you. All right. And that's the purpose of it. And this is just to get you out of some type of traditional belief or some type of way that you feel is a right or a wrong way of doing things. This is what this relationship is entailing. It's breaking you out of that. All right. And allowing you to seize opportunities where you might have not seen them before. So like, let's say for instance, what can I give you as an excuse? Not excuse, as an example. Let's say that, could have saying that you can take opportunities where they didn't seem to be an opportunity before. So let's say that maybe you didn't date guys that were 5 foot. That's kind of short, but let's just say 5 foot, because that's really short, right? So let's say you didn't date guys that were 5'0", right? 5 foot even. Let's say you didn't like that, right? But, and then you had a predisposition for it. But let's say that all the 6 foot, 5'10", 5'11", you know what I mean? All the 6 foot guys, they don't, I don't know, they don't take out the trash, all right? Something like that. Just give me an example. I'm sure you could put up with nobody not taking the trash out. Well, let's say they don't take out the trash, right? They're saying that if you would be open to the other possibilities, or be open to it not playing the way that you expected it to play, that your happily ever after could exist here. All right, does that make sense? That's what it's saying. That's what it's basically saying. Like, your happily ever after can exist here. It just doesn't seem the way because it's not fitting your expectations. You know what I mean? And so it's messing with your confidence because you're expecting it to be a certain way. And if it's not that way, then it's not validating you, or it feels like you're not doing it right. And so it's going to ruin the way that you feel about yourself. And that's what the relationship is about. This is what this relationship entails and what the purpose of it in your life. This is about you learning more and being observant to the cycles of life, the patterns of life as well, and turning your back on things being a right or wrong way. That's what this relationship is doing. So it's creating change in your life that you probably weren't ready for or didn't want. So that's what this relationship is entailing, all right? Breaking you free of traditional beliefs. So here's your advice. Healing. Listen to your heart. Love is the greatest healer. It has the capacity to balance and hear your emotions, thoughts, and perceptions, which in turn will heal you physically. Your angels are here with you and will help dissolve your fear. Trust in the power of love to guide you, and your life will magically transform. This card is confirmation that healing is occurring right now. And then we have action. Drop all fear and just do it. You have the power to create and be whatever you truly want. Look inside your heart and take positive action in those things that bring you closer to achieving your desired goals. This card is positive confirmation from God and the angels that the time is right for you to start a new and exciting venture. Okay? So let's go over signs one more time. We got Scorpio, Aquarius, Cancer, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Aquarius. I said Aquarius again. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, and then we got Aries again, and we have Taurus again. Okay, so pile 3, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and that's Leo in the 3rd house. Boom, pile 4. So pile 4. What is the purpose of this relationship? To go deeper, to let your fears dissolve. Okay, this will cause the momentum of it to get faster for you to go with the flow and work through any fears. So it'll be both. Okay, so it'll be about you finding balance in your feminine and masculinity, right? And learning your fears, learning what fears are real. Healing. You got healing, earth lessons. So this is about learning about your fears and the fears of emotional intimacy, and reconsideration. Healing childhood wounds, becoming clear about these things, having your own level of integrity, learning how to communicate what you've learned. Similar to, like, I think pile 1. So maybe you came from pile 1. But it would also have you rectify situations. So let's go over the signs real quick. All right, so we got Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio again, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Libra, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, okay? So you could be these signs, or you could just be acting in capacity of these signs, have these signs heavily in your chart, or whatnot. Okay, but anyway, this would have to do with a lot of transformation, transformative energy. Okay, transformative, and an ability to become fluid. Okay, so this would break you. So we got a lot of fixed energy with the Scorpio energy here, a lot of fixed energy. But this would be about teaching you to go with the flow. All right, so we also got Gemini. Did I say that? We have Gemini, we have Sagittarius, and we have Pisces and Virgo. All right, so that's here too. I forgot that because we got mutable moon here. So that's mutable signs. So those signs are here too. So it's so. Hmm. So this could also be about like a relationship too, but this could be about rectifying an emotional, like a situation where you guys just kind of like had some type of emotional tension. This could be legal, or this could just be somewhere where you guys felt like you were betrayed by someone, or felt like there were harsh words that were spoken, and you guys didn't get deeper to the subject, or you didn't go deeper into what the matter was. This relationship is something that would cause you to rectify something that was deeper, or something that you felt had caused resentment within you. All right, it would cause you to dissolve this fear, or a fear of like being vulnerable. This relationship causes you to become more vulnerable and just going with how life is, like just going with it, like kind of like going into uncertainty. All right, it would have you going with an uncertainty, but moving quickly. All right, and finding a balance within yourself. All right, could be like finding a way to be masculine and feminine at the same time. So like knowing how to be assertive with your feelings is a positive way of being masculine and feminine. Um, what else is another way? Finding a way to set boundaries is a healthy way to set boundaries is a natural feminine and masculine ability. Um, Cleaning, cooking, that's a natural feminine ability. I think that's a natural feminine and masculine ability, cleaning and cooking, or nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. We ideally look at that as feminine, but the action, anytime there's an action being taken, that's a masculine action. All right, feminine is more about receptivity, not really moving forward. So anytime there's an action being taken to do something, that's masculine energy. But if you're taking action to nurture something, that would be a healthy balance of a feminine and a masculine energy to me. All right. So this relationship would cause you to be a lot more joyful. So it would probably come into your life when when you feel very low, very down, very dreary, where you're healing through like insecurities and past childhood wounds, because we got the six of cups here, and this would be happening. You would be reconsidering, or re-looking at, rehashing possibly, or reorganizing, letting go of like past childhood burdens, like I say reorganizing, like in your mind, reframing the picture of them. So maybe how you've seen things as a child, you'd be reframing them. This relationship would cause you to reframe the way that you've held on to like past programming or past emotional hurts. You'd let go of them. This is what this is about. All right, this would have you become more aware of your 3D experience, or just become more compassionate with the human experience. You know what I mean? Like not being so judgmental or so critical of yourself for not having it always right, or for always getting it right. Because sword here usually means the ability to rectify a situation where you might have done someone wrong. Right? This is what this relationship would teach you. So it's like a level of humility and a level of vulnerability. The purpose of the relationship is about that, and teaching you to move forward with that, even when you're uncertain of how things may play out. All right, it would teach you to be able to balance out your feelings and your emotions at the same time, and your physical attributes. So maybe you wouldn't be as aggressive, but you would be able to be more assertive and direct, or more straightforward, because we have the King of Swords here, and that's what it would have you become, is more direct about your intentions, or direct about your beliefs, or more direct about your passions and your desires. But it's also direct about where you intend to go with things. So it's like all right, so I've healed through this time and this period in my life where I used to see life this way, but now that I've gained clarity and I now have an understanding and a wisdom of it, I now know that I want to go in this direction with my life. And this is what this relationship would do for you. All right, it would say it's not who you are that holds you back; it's who you think you are not. And so this relationship would bring in some level of self-realization, or I mean, it's definitely a level of self-awareness, but this brings in a level of like growth and maturity, but a mental astuteness and a mental clarity of what you want to do with yourself. You know what I mean? Like you see yourself in a higher light and a more authoritarian light, and you detach from the perception of others. You see the world more about how you see it now. So this would be something that the lesson that it would teach you as well, and it would teach you strength through healing others or strength through communicating your hurts to others. That's what this relationship would be about. It says someone wants to be with you. They are a good match for you energetically. They will bring you harmony. So this is about allowing you to get closer to people as well. This relationship would make you feel good. So this is harmony. So maybe they would just want you to have fun, enjoy yourself. Like this relationship would come after a healing period, after a hard time when you felt like you can't trust other people. You know, you're feeling lethargic, you're feeling drained. You're still not quite sure exactly how to put yourself out there in a way that's maybe not too aggressive or it's not too feminine or too passive. This energy would come in, or this relationship would come in as their purpose of teaching you how to like stand your ground, how to be aware of yourself, or how to communicate more in like a gentle way, or but also communicate in a way that states your intention of where you want things to go, or where you see yourself going, or it's like directness. Right? It says the time has come for you to get everything your ancestors were denied. So this relationship will be breaking you out of ancestral patterns. It would cause you to become like a go-getter, you know. But I just think of you as like more of like an authority. So maybe like a supervisor or something, or put you on top of something. Like they would this relationship's purpose would be to put you on top of something, put you in charge of something, give you some type of leadership, possibly to heal other people, because that's what I read earlier, to heal other people. But it would give you some level of stability and a feeling of maybe a mission, or like if not a mission, then it'd be like you know what you're meant to do. You know what I mean? So I guess that is a mission, but that's what this relationship would bring into you. A fear. It would clear out this fear of like going after the things you really want, or a fear of like, you know, some of the irrational fears, expressing them and really like looking at them. This relationship will cause you to really look at them and find a happy medium or a happy balance of asserting yourself and laying back or allowing things to happen. You know what I mean? So it's like going with the flow and not knowing what's going to happen next. This relationship would teach you to go with that. It would elevate you above like your turmoil, like your emotional turmoil. This relationship would bring you over that. Like they somehow they want you to be lighthearted. They would want you to be lighthearted, but it would also teach you a level of being detached and very stern and very straightforward. So maybe this person would be very playful and they would play with you a lot, or cause a lot of stress in your life, but this would cause you to be more determined, more straightforward, more direct, you know, more no nonsense type, or even slightly nonchalant. You know what I mean? So it would teach you kind of like to get like a tougher skin. This would teach you to have a tougher skin and to be okay with whatever happens. You're like, oh, it's okay. This is whatever. It's no thing. But not detached from your emotions. They would this kind of like you could make sense of things. You could understand that these were beliefs or these were patterns or behaviors from my childhood. Like this is beneath me. I don't have to worry or stress anymore about this type of behavior. I know who I am. I know where I'm going. That type of stuff. It says release the worry and fear and allow confidence, trust, and strength to take you to your goal. That's what this relationship would teach you. Like going with the flow, being confident with where I'm going, you know, and expressing my fears, my vulnerabilities, but not letting them hold me back. And then finding a way to be dominant or to be masculine and feminine, or be assertive while not being too aggressive, and knowing when I've overstepped the boundary, but being able to like fix it and repair it. You know, but also recognizing the human condition in this, and that I'm not perfect and I won't always get it right, you know, but I'm willing to be vulnerable and put myself out there. This is what this relationship would entail. All right. And this is someone who would be very good for you. They would bring harmony into your life. They would be very balanced. They would be very emotionally in depth as well, but they could be a little harsh. All right. So this would teach you tougher skin. That's what this is about. Or maybe this could be you. Maybe you're both this way. Maybe you're both talk harshly to each other. This is how this relationship would be, though. It would cause you to reconsider and not always want to move away. It would cause you to like consider disputing or debating. Normally maybe where you would be a little passive, it would teach you to consider or debate a little bit, to fight back a little bit. You know what I mean? To sometimes be a little patient, or put up like a boundary. Not this isn't a boundary. Be a little patient sometimes, and not necessarily be quick to move on or to leave. Like, this situation is like they would want you to like dig deeper. This relationship will cause you to dig deeper as well, but it has to do more with emotional well-being. So you would definitely get in touch with your feelings and your heart chakra. That would be open, but you would look at it from a different perspective, a more detached perspective, where you don't need other people to give to you emotionally. You'll be already emotionally resolved within yourself. I guess that's the word I want to say. But it would cause you to, some level of authority, and to be able to go after the things you want. So, yeah. Here's your advice. Jewel, every event in life presents us with with a new opportunity to experience ever greater love. There is a jewel to be found within every teardrop. Trust, we, your angels, are guiding the current events. This is a time in which you and those close to you will emerge strengthened by ever greater bounds of love. Trust, there is nothing to fear. There is only love. Then you have inner child. Nurture your inner child and begin to express the awesome beauty you hold within you. We live in a world where a formula exists for everything, yet love and creativity have no formula. They do not need to be studied, simply nurtured. Regularly set aside some time to play. So let's go over signs one more time. We have Libra, Scorpio, Cancer, Gemini, Sagittarius, Pisces, Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Could be you, could be multiple signs like that, okay? Or you could just be taking on the energy of it, all right? It doesn't have to be you. But this will be helping you break some type of ancestral patterns and get something that your ancestors were denied. That's what this relationship would do. And it would teach you to trust in your abilities. It says it's not who you are that holds you back. It's who you think you are not. So this will give you a sense of personal power, this relationship. Okay? So, Power 4, that was your reading. Thanks for watching. This your boy Noonie, and it's Leo in the third house.